Hi guys, it's Christina from Redefine Creative, and this week we are scraplifting Kelly Barron, who is our guest designer for Spiegel Mom Scraps. And so you saw both her layout and my finished layout as well. And this is looking through all of Kelly's stuff, and she is absolutely one of my favorites. I love her style. And one of the things that she often does is have a really bold pattern across the top of her layout, and then a very kind of simple and white space open bottom part of the layout. And so that's kind of what I was trying to scrap lift today. And I'm going to be playing with this Pebbles Girl Squad collection. And I absolutely love this pattern paper. It's one of my favorites that came in this collection. And it works really well with a design like this because you have a lot of white space to offset that really busy pattern across the top. And so what I am doing is going to the 6x6 paper pad and finding some very subtle colored pages that will work in the layers of my photo mat. So something that Kelly does really well in her layouts is create kind of all these layers and dimension behind her photo. And so I'm going to be doing that exact same thing on my layout today. So I'm just finding kind of papers and things that will work for that general idea. And then I am going to pull a piece of cardstock in this like kind of dark turquoise color and put just a small border underneath that pattern to kind of create a divider between the pattern paper and the white background. And that's a really good way to kind of create a break in between a really busy pattern and a really like plain or soft background. It creates just a natural break and makes it a little easier on the eye and not quite so stark of a contrast. So I am going to go ahead and do that across the top. And then I'm going to work on the layers and things that I want behind my photo. So something I really like about Kelly's style is that there is it's kind of like real clean lines and that type of design to it. So I'm going to take this paper that is the same kind of turquoise color, and it has a phrase in gold that says "Be strong," and I wanted that to show on the edge of my photo. So I'm kind of placing it in a weird spot for this first layer of my photo mat because I want that word to show along the bottom. And so I did take my photo and print it in black and white and put a tiny white cardstock border around it, and then I went ahead and used that turquoise paper with that "Be Strong." And then I'm going to go ahead and use this black and white kind of houndstooth, this is the back of the floral paper. And so that's going to be the next layer. And then behind that, we're going to go with this pink kind of ombre polka dot. So I'm just layering things up in an interesting way. So some of them have more off the top or more off the left or the right, anything like that. And I am going to take this 4-inch doily, and this did come from the Spiegel Mom Scrap store, and I'm going to stick that into my layers there. And then I'm going to use this kind of grid with some gold detailing as my very back layer. And because it is mostly a white pattern, it works really well as the final layer against that really busy floral. So I wouldn't want anything too busy in that back layer. So this is one, adding that little pop of gold still keeps some interest to it, but it is going to allow that whole photo mat to stand out. So this is a photo just of my like looking at the keyboard on my computer, and it has my hand in the photo. And so I wanted to talk about the fact that I'm continuing my education. I'm going to school online. I'm working on my doctorate degree. And so that's what this layout is talking about, that I spend a lot of time with my computer in this exact spot, just based on, you know, my goals and some of my career aspirations that are ahead. So I am going to take a second doily and add it off the page here on the bottom left. And I'm going to use that to house this little card that just says "You got this." And I am going to put some glue on the back, but then I'm also going to use one of these puffy sticker flowers up there in the top. And I'm also going to add a little puffy sticker leaf that's going to go off the edge of that flower. And that just kind of ties everything from the top down to the bottom as well. And then I'm going to flip through this ephemera pack and see if there's anything that I want to include from there. And I did find that little gold piece that says "Time to Shine." And adding just those tiny little accents of gold in a couple of spots adds some extra interest to the page because there is so much black and white. And so that's going to go down here in this bottom corner. And I am going to go ahead and take another one of those puffy sticker flowers and tuck it in underneath over there as well. And then with my sequins from Spiegel Mom Scraps, I decided I wanted to combine a new collection that's coming in November and an older collection. So if you watch my videos at all, you know that black tie event is my absolute favorite, and I almost always pick out all the black ones. Like, I need an entire bucket full of black sequins. And then I'm also going to pull out a new one, and this one is coming in November, and it's called Unicorns and Rainbows. And it has all kinds of shades of pink, and so that's what I was looking for because I wanted to create just a little border underneath my die cut piece and then right next to my photo. So rather than scattering sequins, I'm just creating a line of detail. And then I'm going to use a few of these pink enamel dots in my 2 embellishment clusters just to add a little extra pop of color. I am going to take my black Sharpie pen and do some outlining around the edge of the page. And this is not something that Kelly typically does on her layouts, but it is something that I usually do on mine. So this is a good way to combine our 2 styles together. And I like the additional look. Like, to me, that just kind of boxes in the page and makes it a completed piece of work. And then I am going to add a little bit of journaling underneath my title. So the title is just going to be #inspire, which is from that Thickers, like their foam words that came with the Girl Squad collection. And Kelly had her title underneath the photo, but because I wanted to use that Be Strong part of the pattern paper, I didn't want to cover that up. So I went ahead and moved mine over to the left, which is where she had her journaling. So I'm going to have my title with my journaling just tucked underneath. And it just talks about the fact that as I'm striving to reach my goal, that this is often my view, many days and long nights. And that's basically going to do it for this layout. So I love Kelly's style. I loved her version of this layout. And it came together super quick and really fun. And so I will see you guys again soon. Bye!